She-Hulk Episode 2 Theories and Predictions Explained. With the first episode of She-Hulk being released and it providing the needed origin story to the character in order to kick off the season, I thought I'd take a look at all that was out there about Episode 2 and give my theories and predictions on what I think could happen in the second episode of the show. So let's get into it. Here is She-Hulk Episode 2 Theories and Predictions Explained. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. With the first episode finishing with Jen having established who she was as She-Hulk and being able to keep her powers under wrapped and in control, whilst also being quite content with the fact that nobody else other than a select few knew that she had these abilities, we saw her utilize them on Titania in the closing moments of the episode, where she turned into the Hulk in front of a room full of people in the court. When looking at a clip in the trailer, we had a short section that was taken from what looked like a video of her going viral with people reacting to it, and the viral clip was taken from the events that unfolded in the courtroom. So I think it's safe to say that there must have been some filming going on in the courtroom, and it captured the events that unfolded. So I think she's going to have to face not only the people in the courtroom knowing her identity as She-Hulk, but also face the world after the clip went viral. This will most likely change the trajectory of the story of the show and the character's original intentions. She'll be more of a high-profile individual, which I think will lead her to having more high-profile cases. I'm thinking that in episode 2 of the show, due to the exposure that she got online and what looks like the positive response from the public, with Holden Holliway being present in the courtroom when all of the events unfolded with Titania, he, who is a highly skilled lawyer and a partner in the law firm GLK&H, I think it's going to be the time where he recruits her like we saw in the trailer, and we'll see her be made the face of the superhuman division that he's looking to set up. In episode 1, it looked as though she was fighting against him in terms of the legal battle, as he was on the other side of the courtroom, but I'm guessing she's going to be switching sides. I think the first episode was all about seeing how Jen became She-Hulk and her origin, but this episode will focus more about how the first public appearance is going to be shaping her future. This is where I think we'll also see that she gets introduced to Emil Blonsky after accepting the position with Holden Holliway, where she'll then have to represent him. We're going to be seeing the original actor from the 2008 version of The Incredible Hulk, which is controversially considered the first introduction to the MCU, reprising his role as Abomination in She-Hulk. And I think we're going to be introduced to him at the end of episode 2. Abomination fought with the Incredible Hulk in the 2008 film, and they've kept it consistent in the sense that Jen stated that there was a conflict of interest with her representing him, which looks like it's going to get backlash from the public. But I don't think we'll see the representation taking place until episode 3. I think there will be some Bruce action in episode 2 of the show as well. I think we'll see Jen approach her cousin for some advice on how to handle the fame and attention that she'll now be getting, which will be a contrast to how she was acting in the first episode. She originally mentioned how she didn't want to be a superhero and that she'd be able to keep it all contained, but now it seems as though it's quite the opposite, and I think that's what's going to be happening. With Titania being contained after the first episode, I don't think she's going to stay locked up for long. She's definitely going to be returning, but I think we've got a while to wait until we see an all-out battle taking place. With Jen looking like she's going to be fully embodying the persona of She-Hulk more than her human form when she's in the law firm, I think despite not having a split personality like Bruce has with the Hulk, I think her underlying issue is going to be more fame-orientated, and the attention she'll be getting for being green and the Hulk, which will ultimately lead to her losing sight of her true identity. Episode 2, without there being a trailer for that specific episode, is relatively hard to predict, especially off of the fact that the first episode almost set up the world that we're going to be in for the next 10 weeks. Regardless of what happens, I'm excited to see where the show takes us following our first glimpse into the world. So, there you have it, She-Hulk Episode 2 Theories and Predictions Explained. If you want to see more videos on She-Hulk such as endings explained, theories and predictions, and character breakdowns, then click on the I button, or alternatively you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. If you want to give me a show or movie that you'd like me to review, then head over to my Twitter, @BrainPilus_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate the movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. It's where I rate the latest releases in real time. What do you think is going to happen next? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.